Well, hello everyone. We took a week off. How have you been? We're fine. We got some of us got our nails did, some of us got our hair did, some of us got a green screen. Catchy's got colored hair. It's great. Hi, welcome to Morningstar and Company Incorporated, a Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition actual play live broadcast. We are currently post Curse of Strahd, post Abyss, on our way to the southern area of Faerun's central region, Cormyr. I am DMF Saint, and below me are all the players that have been with us for about a year and a half now. Please, if you'd like to go around to the horn and introduce yourselves, starting with Chum.
Hi, I am Chum. I go by Chum Nation around these Twitch parts and on Twitter. And I am playing Varys Salvarin, the High Elf Warlock, who he's having a hard time right now, but nobody really knows it or knows why. So maybe we'll learn a little bit more about that. Spoiler alert. Joe.
Hey, I am Joe, also known as the Nation of Joe. I am playing Bree, the Warforged rogue fighter, and trying our best to protect her good buds there as part of her mission, but I've got to roll higher in initiative next time to see if that will actually go. But yeah, I'm curious to find out what's gonna happen. Catchy.
Hey, I'm Akechi. I played Delg, the stone shaping tree jumping god praying. Used to be feeble minded, soon to be married. It's been a while. I skipped a week. I think that's about it. Nature cleric. Yeah, I'm ready for shenanigans and whatnot tonight. Go ahead, Sarah.
Hi, I'm Mosarix Franco. I play Cascade Traylon, the Water Genasi Order of the Scribes wizard. And somebody let something slip and thought that they were just gonna like poof off into some other random plane, but not on my girl's watch. Not today. Taking it over to Ash.
Hey, that's me. I'm Ash. I go by Ash and Rabbit here on Twitch and over on Twitter. I play Hope, the Firbolg Life Cleric. I'm also going to apologize. This is probably going to be the most that I've talked in like 3 days. I got my second COVID shot on Thursday, and I was effectively dead all day Friday, and I'm still recovering, so sorry. But stoked to see what the hell happens here today. Saint, it's over to you.
Me
Oh,
too.
no. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Hey, let's talk about last session, 2 weeks ago. The party began with a deep and open second discussion with Artemis, I believe, about some of the deeper mysteries and complexities of the things that have been going on since session 0. And a lot of questions were answered, and a lot of curtains were pulled back to reveal more questions and more curtains. The party traveled south from the forest of Corminthor?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah, that. Corminthor. Towards the Thunder Peaks, avoiding Tilverton. And along the road, they were ambushed by several assassins who had been tracking their location. The party took cover and began to deal with them. And just as they were starting to get a handle of where everyone was on the battlefield, a rift opened up in the middle, somewhat close to Artemis. And out came a giant, semi-mechanical spider, instantly targeting Artemis and relentlessly trying to capture him. The party did dispatch with the giant mecha spider retriever, at which point Artemis yelled out that he always sends them in pairs. Get ready. Second one appeared. The party nearly depleted all of its resources trying to save Artemis, who believed he was going to be taken. He passed the cube off to Hope's backpack that had both Mist, and Renault in another plane. Or the cube was access to the other plane where they were being kept. And in an effort to make sure the party was set and situated, if he were to be taken, revealed some pretty heavy information to Cascade. I believe we pick up immediately after that fight as Artemis is laying on the ground, exhausted and breathing heavy. Unless I am incorrect.
I'll help you keep her. What do you mean, his phylactery?
I do not think I need to explain it to you. I have a feeling you know what a phylactery is, no?
I do.
So that's what I mean. I know where his phylactery is.
He only has one?
I'm afraid that I cannot answer.
Where is it?
You know, I am afraid that I can also not answer. Is it possible to take a nap, please? I am very, very tired at the moment. It was quite exhausting. And I thought I was going to die, and I did not think you were going to save me.
Right, and you thought you were going to die, and you have information that would be critical in our survival and potentially the survival of others. So no, there's not time for a nap.
You'll be fine. Look at you. You're all sparkling personalities and very... You're fine. Don't worry about it. What's everyone else doing as Cascade is grilling Artemis, by the way?
Hope
If I
is,
remember
like-
correctly,
Yeah, go ahead.
she had teleported them across the battlefield, and the rest of us were sort of
We've
together
reconvened.
on the other
Yeah.
side.
No, we're all reconvened together, I thought.
I think Delg is still catching up. He's got short legs.
Yes, the map. Very helpful.
There we go.
Yeah, so that's what I
Right.
remember too. Like,
Yep,
you guys
yep.
were way over there.
Yeah, but he said that we would chase the spider down because the spider would keep going. We killed him, and then we
Right, but
ended
they were
as-
hiding from it. They were
Yeah,
hiding
but he
from it.
ran.
Cascade got him away.
Artemis ran like
off
Yeah.
the map. That's
off
right.
the
that's
map,
right.
and then we
Mhm.
chased after the spider, and then we all are right here as she's questioning him now. So we hear
Okay.
everything she's asking.
Correct.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna sit down next to Artemis, and I'm gonna agree with him with the nap. I'm pretty tired too.
Doug is a good man. I like him. Hey, you did very well on the battlefield, man. You're very powerful.
He's just gonna sit there and just focus on his breathing. In
Yeah.
through the nose, out the mouth.
Yes.
In through the nose, out the mouth.
Literally was about to say that.
Is everyone else okay though? Anyone need anything like a healing, a back rub, a snack? What do you need?
Speaking of snacks, I could use a cookie if you have one.
Yeah, as soon as you say snack, Del kind of like sits up and food.
Yeah,
And
hang
if
on.
we're gonna take a break here, I'd say save your energy. We can
Mhm.
do a little self-care.
Do we need to get moving, or are we gonna stay here?
I mean, we
Artemis?
do need to get moving, but yes, go
How
ahead,
long-
Delg.
How long do we have before he sends more?
I don't know.
Jeez.
I don't know how many he has. That is the problem at the moment. They're not his. He steals them. So, what is in my eye? God. I don't know how many he has. It could be today, it could be tomorrow, it could be weeks from now. I do not know.
And I just want to be clear about something. When you say he, we're talking about Morningstar? Is that who we're
Dorian.
talking about?
Dorian.
Dorian.
Oh, Dorian. But Dorian is not. He's not a boss. He is an underling.
He is Morningstar's son, and he's against Morningstar. And from what I understand, he wants information from Artemis here because Artemis knows where Morningstar's factory is.
Okay. Let's let us back up for just a second. I never said he was completely against Morningstar.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that was correct as well. Yes. Okay.
I believe the words I used were he is more of a threat at the current time.
So
Okay.
why can't you share where the factory is?
I am simply unable to, dog. I apologize.
I don't understand how something like that could be quite useful for us. And if you were to be taken, it would be kind of good for us to know because we could also assist.
Okay, you know what? Doug, let me put it to you this way. Let us say Eldath herself came down before you, stood there, right in front of you, batch of cookies in hand, and said to you, Doug, I need you to do something for me. And it is of vital importance. And you, in that moment, agree that it is important because it is your deity. Doug, I feel like I have gotten to know you over the time we spent together on the road. So I ask you this question now. Is there anything on this plane or another that would stop you from fulfilling that promise you made to Eldath?
I have a question. What kind of cookies?
Of course, it's oatmeal raisin. What kind of cookies do you like?
I'm more of a chocolate chip guy, but continue. Delk, sorry.
Well, the answer would most likely be no, but I have been misguided by false Eldaths. So if Eldath was to stray me on a wrong path of doing the wrong thing, then yes, I would challenge it. If Eldath came down to me, cookies and all, and says, I need you to go to this town and clear it out of everyone, I don't think I could follow Eldath anymore.
I understand. Well, here's the thing. For me, as Eldath is for you, honor is for me. And I gave my word that I would not reveal that particular piece of information. And I, like you, would not follow blindly into situations that are not the right thing to do. So I can tell you now that because of how important honor is to me, there is nothing you could do to make me tell you.
Does your honor preclude you from telling us who you made this promise to?
I am aware that it puts me in a very awkward position with you and that it makes you all very suspicious of me, but yes.
I mean, I trust but
Could you deny that it wasn't a promise to Morningstar himself?
It was not to Morningstar himself. I can tell
Well,
you that.
I'll leave it be with that then.
Okay, good.
Can
It is nap
I-
time. Yeah, what?
Can I throw an insight check on?
Yeah, absolutely. Please roll insight.
So I would like to get in on this as well.
Yeah, please. I mean, it's a pretty big question. If anybody who wants to make an insight check, go for it.
yes, I would like to know.
Bree's got a 16 on it.
Oh fucking shit!
And a 15.
Got 23.
Oh,
I got a
Delg.
4.
Yay! That's not bad. It's better than 3.
25.
Cool. All right. So everybody that rolled higher than a 15, so everybody but Cascade, I mean, he is being very forthcoming, and he genuinely, like, there's a hint of concern in his voice because he knows that not answering this question is going to cause problems and a rift among this group. This question in particular. I will give to both Hope and Delg, which actually, the dice tell the story. There is nothing you could do. His belief in honor and keeping his word is that strong that if you will not be able to get it out of him, and if he ever thinks that you could, he would take matters into his own hands.
That's fine. I won't push it. I mean, as long as I don't feel that he's lying that it wasn't from Morningstar. Obviously,
That was true. It was not from Morningstar.
it wouldn't have been from Dorian because Dorian's looking for him for that information most likely. So with that, I mean, I'm gonna have to take it with a grain of salt. Of some people can't tell us things. I'm with Artemis. I could use a nap.
I mean, I'm all for us resting, but I feel like we're, still out in the open. I don't know if we can travel and
I don't
have...
think it I don't think it matters. He can send these things straight to Artemis. It doesn't matter where we are.
I might. Oh God, I might have something that can help with this. It'll just take a few minutes to actually put into place.
And Hope has a good point. We might not be able to stop the retrievers, but the regular issues of the road we should avoid. If this isn't a good camp area, we should move till we find one.
I'm just worried that I'm pretty worn out right now, and pushing forward we could run into. If we set up now, we can get a little rest in and make sure that we're more up to par.
I mean, wait, what are we talking about here? Are we talking about spending the night here, or are we talking about just a quick breather?
I know that you could use a quick rest.
I can do a quick breather. I'm just wondering what everyone else is thinking.
I'm okay with a quick, just to make sure that there's more people in our group
Oh.
that's more equipped.
A quick breather
just-
it is then. And
Say I can
Okay.
take hits all day long.
Well, whenever we do end up stopping for a rest, I think I have something that can help, but I don't want to waste it if it means we're only going to be here for a short while.
All right, so we're gonna take a short break,
Sure.
short rest.
Yeah.
All right.
We can take a short rest. Maybe Artemis can catch his breath and then maybe answer a few more questions, and then we can head out.
I cannot wait. So y'all are taking a short rest then?
I think so.
Yep, I'm rolling up some hit dice.
I'll stand watch during the whole time. I'm
Okay.
definitely going to keep a vigilant. I'm not going to roll any hit die or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out as well. I'm doing fine.
Please, the two of you then each roll me a perception check while you are keeping watch.
I mean, Bree is also, as per her
We get at advantage
protocol.
because of Bree.
Oh yeah, that's right. I did say that, didn't I?
Yes.
It wasn't advantage, it was +5.
Oh, that's right, because it's passive. Yeah.
All right, +5 then.
So what is that?
So 18.
18 and 17. Okay. I think the primary concern that you would all have at this point would be for more assassins. Specifically that third one that wasn't a part of this encounter. And you spend most of the time scanning the peaks in the horizon, up and down the road, looking for any signs of, the proverbial like lens flare, as someone like scopes in on you. And the rest passes. Everyone's able to spend an hour sitting around, recovering and recouping themselves. So spend any hit dice you'd like. Warlocks recover your spell points. I believe.
Thank you.
The fighters will recover their action surge and second
Wizard
wind.
arcane recovery.
Yeah. Which I actually should do that for him too, because I actually have a thing for him. Hey, it's a short rest. Take short rest. Recover. Cool. Is there any conversation that you'd like to have during that hour, or would you like to have the conversation on the road?
I think the conversation would be on the road because we're letting Artemis rest up and prepare for the barrage that Cascade should have, because she's got all the information, it seems like. I think I caught the corner of my eye, the whispers in the ears, and that's about it.
Yeah, Cascade would, she's got the watch that he gave her. The only thing she would say in the short rest, do you want this back?
No, that is okay. You can keep the watch. However, Hope, if you don't mind, could you go into your bag and could I have the thing that I put in there, please?
Yeah. And she'll reach into her bag and kind of fumble with it as she hands it back to Artemis.
There is a visible moment of tension on his face, like in his jaw, as you fumble with it, and he kind of gingerly takes it out of your hand with both of his hands. Thank you very much. I just didn't want you to be completely separated from your friend should something happen to me.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate it.
So please delete that from your character sheet.
I just did.
Yeah. Nothing else you guys want to do on your little break?
Cascade would like to look at this watch.
Sure. Did I tell you anything about the watch before?
You told me what it was called.
I
The
did.
chronometer.
Yeah. I mean, you know that it's magic as soon as you touch it. And you could spend an hour attuning to it.
Look at that. You have an hour short rest. Imagine that.
I think I'm at max for stuff, so.
Did you find it in D&D Beyond or no?
Don't know if I did. Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't able to find it. I just typed that I had it.
Okay. I will send you a picture.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I can do that too, I think. Yeah, there you go. And I will DM you the picture as well. It's easier to read on the DM. Where'd you go? There you are.
Hey, help me out here. Did I give somebody a potion during that battle?
Yes, I believe you gave me. No,
Okay.
no, I drank one.
You
But I had
drank it,
one.
or I gave one to you?
No, you gave me one earlier. One before we left, so I only drank one. You didn't give me one afterwards.
Okay, nobody went. I was trying to remember if somebody went down and I poured it in their mouth, or if you just used one. You used it on your own.
Yeah, I used the one that you gave
Okay.
me before we got.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have an extra one in my inventory that I wasn't supposed to have. Okay. Cool.
I hate. I'm gonna attune to it. Is the
Okay.
answer. I just have to decide what I'm getting rid of.
Yeah. So after this session, trade it back to the Nat 20 thing, and you can find it in there.
Okay, perfect.
So, safe to assume that we're moving on. Nothing else you guys would like to do?
Not at this time. Just moving forward.
Dug it down. Cool. So the travel along the road. Along the mountains. And towards the river to the south is bumpy. It's tense. And it's several days. We're going to do this the same way that we did before. And I'm going to say that it is... yeah. So I'm going to say that it is 2 days, quote unquote. Not really, but 2 days to the river. And then 2 days from the river to the forest. So it'll be a total of 4. It's not actually 2 days. It's more than that. But for the purposes of us doing encounters/watches, it's going to be 4. So who wants the first 2 watches before you get to the river? I prefer it to be 2 different people.
I'll take one.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Okay. Whoever's going first, please roll your perception check.
I'll go first.
I already rolled, sorry.
So, all right. Save that one for later.
Okay.
I get to roll at advantage anyway.
That's
so
14.
Why is it? Oh yeah, 3. So super concerned as you're going along about the assassins following you, and the fact that these things that popped out of a gate from nowhere could literally show up right next to Artemis at any given time. Are you doing anything in particular to protect Artemis or to throw him into harm's way? This is not counting the conversation that you're going to have with him, I'm assuming, as well.
I think I would honestly just stand on normal watch. I'd keep a little extra eye on Artemis, but knowing that before they pop in, there's like that static feeling in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like do like a mini round and like double back to Artemis and then go back up and do like another part of a round and double back. Just trying to, more feeling, keep my eye out for other things and just hope that I can feel the electricity in the air.
Gotcha. As you're going through, waiting for the kind of hairs on your arms and back of your neck to stand up, and going up and down the caravan that you guys have, you don't feel that at all. There's no moment of, like, electricity in the air. The mountains to your left, you can see go up to snowy peaks on the top. And the foothills that you are following along provide you a little bit of cover. However, if at any point you were to decide to go up the mountain instead of south to the forest, you are very unsure whether or not you could find a way to get up there. There are cliffs fairly close. Obviously, distance is a little bit of a misconception because it's very distant, but they're very large. But relatively close on the mountain range, you see that it would be hard to climb from this particular part of the ridge. But yeah, you don't see any assassins. You don't feel any electricity in the air. There's no moments of fear or doubt during your part of this journey. This would also be the first part of the journey, and I'm assuming you would all want to talk to Artemis. So do you want to... Anytime you guys want to pull over and just put me in front of a tree for the firing squad, if I can get a blindfold and maybe a last wish, that'd be good.
I mean, I've asked my question I need. I'll still keep an eye on you, but you've proved to be quite helpful so far, so I'm just here to listen now.
My question is, I understand your sense of honor, I think. But what I don't understand is your goal now. It seemed that your goal was to interrupt this game, figure out who's playing the game, but you have information to take out a major player in the game, and you will not share it. I don't understand that. Why you would promise not to share that. It's not the fact that you did promise, it's why would you?
Mr. Varys, I believe you can answer your own question a little bit. Or I believe you just did answer your own question, I guess I should say. I'm sure you can imagine... Well... I guess just... think about what would be so important to you that you would make that decision. And I can tell you that it was something like that for me. I know it's a non-answer, but it is the best I can do. Perhaps this will help you. I'm not sure, but I do have a little something else that I can share with you. So I believe we have talked about the chance that Morningstar is either a dragon himself or very close to a dragon. Yes. Is that the conversation we've had? Yes.
Well, I mean, you...
Yes. We talked about that. There's a chance.
No, but wait, there was a phylactery mentioned. Whose phylactery was that? I thought that was...
It's Angelo Morningstar.
Yes.
Right,
So
so
he's
he's
a
not
lich.
a dragon, he's some sort of
A
lich.
dragon lich? A dragon lich like we're about to go see?
Another Draco lich?
So now you see why I am going to Agorasa. It is one of many reasons. If perhaps Morningstar is a dragon and also a lich, this is someone who can give me information about that. The thing is, I am bound by my promise. However, I'm not bound to refrain from finding ways around it. Do you know what I mean?
You are
Yes.
a con man.
A little bit. I am not happy I make the promise, but I'm trying my best to make amends for it, you know? That is it? That's the only question you guys have? Okay. Usually, you all usually have a lot of questions for me.
Where is Dorian stealing these creatures from?
You mean the retrievers?
Yes. You said they're not his. Is some sick arrangement with Aldenot?
It's not an arrangement. It's like What's a good way to say this? It's like do they have thrift stores where you come from?
I've-
What is that?
Like a store that people sell things to they no longer want?
Oh, it's a fairly new concept to me.
No, a store. Sure.
I, see, but more like a trash. You know, things that have no value.
Okay.
So, as you know, Aldenok does experiments on creatures. Does a little bit of mix and match, column A, column B, and sometimes she makes mistakes. Sometimes her people make mistakes. Then they are no longer her people. And usually they are discarded. Somehow he keeps finding a way to take some of the mistakes and repurpose them for his own use.
Those are mistakes. I'm afraid to see what the non-mistakes are.
Delg, I knew you were a man of intelligence and skill. Thank you for stating for everyone else that very, 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 very true fact.
So what does that mean for you when he's taking these broken experiments and sending them after you?
How do you mean? What's it mean for me?
Well, does he ever plan on getting the real ones, or?
Oh, I'm sure if he could, he would do that. But I do not think he would. Ask directly for them.
Is it only the one piece of information you have that Dorian wants? Or is there something else?
I think it is just that. I mean, I have kind of made myself an antagonistic player to their goals. So he probably wants me dead for that too.
Speaking of player, who brought you into the game?
Doug, you are a very tricky man that I can never prepare for. As I said before, that is something I am not able to tell.
Would this same person be the one that's going to remove you from the game when it's over with?
Once the game is over, no one will have to remove me. I will simply be removed.
Is there not a way for you to stay?
I don't think so. But you never know. It's possible.
So what will happen to you when the game is over and you're removed from it? Will that happen to everyone that's been pulled into this thing?
It will happen to all of my people, yes.
All of your people. Okay.
Hi, TPK Roleplay. You're all sexy people.
Welcome, friends.
Hey, y'all.
Artemis,
Yes, Cascade.
What are Dorian's plans? What is he trying to accomplish?
He thinks he can win the game. That is his
Wait.
plan. That is what he's trying to accomplish.
To prove that he's the most prepared for this, that he's the smartest.
How can he win the game unless he's one of the original dragons in the Circle of Prime?
He is not one of the original dragons in the Prime Circle. You are correct,
Like-
Doug.
So how can he win the game then?
That is a very good question, but he thinks he can.
So what you're saying is, if I find Dorian, maybe he can tell us how to win the game. Like, what's the end win condition? If he thinks he can win, then he knows what to do to win.
He's a very cocky man. It's like So Cascade, I told you earlier that this Dorian is more of a concern right now than Angelo Morningstar. See, I told you.
Yes.
So think of it like this: Morningstar has been involved in the game for possibly the whole time it's been going on. We don't know. And his plans are always looking ahead, 10, 15, 20 steps. He's like a grandmaster playing dragon chess, you know? Always trying to think what other people are going to do. Take your group, for example. Well, some of you at least. I believe you have said before that you think he sent you to Barovia to find something or to kill someone or something like that.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
So,
He sent us to Barovia to just help somebody.
see?
Is what the lie was.
See, so whatever the reason was that he actually sent you there, it was a plan. He took the pieces, he moved them where he think they need to be to have some result come out month, 2 months, 10 years in the future. Now the thing is with Dorian, he think he is that good, but he is only watching 2 or 3 steps ahead, and he's cocky. It's like speed chess versus high level chess. You know what I mean? And I mean you've met him. He's a little he's a little cuckoo. He's a little crazy.
A little eccentric.
He's very impulsive. So imagine a person like that making moves on the big chessboard. And how much damage they can cause when the game itself is already breaking down the fabric of reality. Add an agent of chaos to that. As they say, it all comes crumbling down.
So
Well, why? I'm sorry.
ahead.
Why
Go
not
ahead.
just tell Angelo Morningstar? This person who is thinking steps and steps ahead. Why not just tell him?
Well, more
Maybe he
importantly,
knows.
how does he not already know? Yeah. If he's so far ahead of everyone.
It's so when you were all in when you were all in the egg thing, well, were Angelo and Morningstar, how was their relationship? Were they civil? Were they talking? Were they fighting each other? Casting spells in
you
each
mean
other's face? Like,
they were
well,
civil.
I mean, Aldenach and Morningstar, or Dorian and Morningstar?
Dorian and Morningstar.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we only saw them together a little bit, and they weren't at each other's throats.
See, so I assume that you know, as they say, keep your enemies close, or your friends close, your enemies closer. I believe Morningstar already knows. No need to tell him. If he's thinking that far ahead, he should know. But you know what? Next time I see Morningstar, I will tell him.
I mean,
That was a joke. Cascade.
I could cast
That was
Sending.
a joke.
I'm still waiting for it to be funny.
I mean, I feel like we've all already lost the game, but what does winning the game look like? That's for you, chat.
I don't know.
I mean, does winning really mean the destruction of everything? Because that doesn't seem like a win for anyone.
You would think.
This bleed seems to be counterproductive.
Varys, you are as intuitive and intelligent as your friend Elk.
And so the other side of this is, there's some games where, there's a winner and a loser, like chess. You've mentioned chess a bunch of times. There's a winner and a loser, but there are other games where preventing someone from winning is the win. Is that the kind of game we're dealing with, where there are two sides, basically, that one side is trying to prevent the other from winning and therefore would win if they prevent that? Or is it everyone's out for themselves and they're all trying to win and destroy everything? I'd just like to know the rules of the game that we're talking about.
That is one of the questions I want to go ask our Lady of Shadows on the Mountain.
Fair enough.
There is something you said of what kind of game it is.
Right.
Maybe it's not a game in the way that we understand so much as it's a race, a contest, right? The idea is that this Circle of Dragons was trying to prove who is the most powerful. So
sure, that is the question I was asking. Potato. Is it everyone's out for themselves to prove that they can win? Yeah.
Right.
Agree.
But the thing that it made me think of was there was I don't know. We have something that they want that we have to keep hidden. The peace. And the only reason I think that it would be important. I'm sorry, I'm struggling to keep my thoughts in order. I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. I'm going to just be open and frank and hope that no one who shouldn't be listening is listening. The Eye of the Morning Lord. They wanted to take it when we were in Aldenach's Egg. They couldn't take it. To me, that it's a piece of the game, perhaps.
I know nothing of this eye you mentioned.
It's okay if you say it, but when I just talk about the Morning Lord in general, it's you try to shush me. I see how it is.
as she brings this up, I'm gonna reach down and touch the ground and cast Stone Shape and create a rough copy of what she's talking about.
Okay.
And present it to Artemis and ask him if he recognizes this at all or knows anything of something that this might be.
Hold the Plix. I have never seen that thing before in my life. Chad, he rolled an 8.
After you said that, cast Stone Shape again on it and make it into an idol of Eldith and just a little one and set it down on the ground.
Okay.
would like to ask you. You want to go see this dragon to get information. You want to go to the City of Shadows, I believe, to try to get more information. And you have these things after you, and you handed off a few relics just in case you did disappear. What I'd like from you is maybe what you would be looking for and what you would be asking for the information to progress us into this game, just in case if you do end up disappearing, that we know what we should be looking for and asking.
Okay. I'm going to ask about. Well, first of all, I'm going to ask if Morningstar is a dragon or not. I'm going to ask if it is a dragon, then how a dragon becomes a lich. Plan on asking about the game itself. Plan on asking about the rules, who the players are, who the Prime Circle is, if there's any factions I am not aware of. I need to know what the corruption and the weave is up to the north. What else am I going to ask? I had at least.
What is your ultimate goal, Artemis? You get all this information, and then what? Let's say it goes perfectly. The Dracolich tells you everything you want to know. Then what?
Then I am one step closer to stopping the game from happening.
Alright, so that is your goal. You want to stop it, put it all to an end.
See?
But how?
Well,
that's
you-
the,
you
that's
keep-
the
how
point. I'm
comes-
trying to find out.
The how comes after the what is everything.
But my
we have
question-
to know what we're trying to stop before we can stop it.
All right, but knowing what we know now about it, there's a handful of very old, powerful dragons,
See?
and maybe even people more powerful than the dragons.
See?
Do you honestly think you, no offense, Artemis, single-handedly can stop, let alone one, or all of them? So the question I have is, do you have connections? You keep mentioning people like you, or your people. Like, you said something about your people who are trying to get information. Like, are you reporting back to somebody? Is there someone that we can contact as well? For your people, do they have other information? Can we get a hold of them to see if they know anything else that they haven't told you yet because you've been away?
That is a very good question.
Do you have some forces back somewhere else ready to attack when you get this information?
Well, Doug,
Not
let me put it this way while Artemis is thinking. Games have many end goals. Assuming that just because there are however many uber powerful dragons, we can't possibly win, or a single person can't possibly win. What if the goal is to find some artifact that's been long lost, or go to a location and perform some ritual, but no one knows where the location is? It's entirely possible for a single person to do that, regardless of how powerful they are. A random person could stumble into this place. So simply saying, well, there's a bunch of these dragons out there, how could we possibly win? It depends on what the end goal of the game is. That's what we need to find out.
All right, but from what I understand, the end goal, we don't know, right? But it's a whole bunch of dragons trying to show how powerful they are. So finding a relic would seem kind of off.
No, powerful can mean many things. Cunning can be powerful. Who's the cleverest? Who can find this long lost thing? Right? I mean, it's not just, I'm the most powerful.
All around powerful? Maybe.
It just depends. It might be wielding a power that makes you the most powerful. It could be a thing that you can wield, right? We just don't know. That's the point.
I can't argue with that. You're right. It could be, but it also could be something else, and that's why I'm asking the question.
Of course, I understand. I just want to make sure that we're allowing for the wider end goal. It might not be just as simple as who can
I
bang their
also
chest the hardest.
I
you
also
know.
don't think that an Easter egg hunt between old dragons would perk the interest of a higher, more powerful being as well.
I don't know. Dragons like their treasure.
But I feel like the higher, stronger one isn't a dragon.
You don't know that.
Artemis, do
See,
you have any allies?
see, yes.
Who?
I have my people that that I am in touch with relatively regularly. They check in.
You-
They know I am with you, and they know that if I do not check in, that they are to find you.
So you keep saying that. Can you please tell me who your people are?
That is that is a hard question to answer. And I'm not listen. I am not trying to be I'm not trying to be deflective, but
So we know you're not trying to be Artemis, but
I know.
that doesn't mean it's not happening.
I'm
So my memory bank, I need to put people and just go with it.
It's many people from many different areas, many different walks of life. It's more like a underground network kind of a thing.
Does the Planewalkers Guild not have any insight into this at all? With their breadth of knowledge.
They do now. That is how I became a journeyman.
Because you were able to provide information to a plane that they hadn't been before. Or hadn't cataloged.
Quite a few, actually.
Okay.
Also, catalog is a good word.
I mean, they have a library to hold this information, right? Cataloging is the appropriate term, is it not?
See? You are correct.
Okay.
Artemis, why did you make that distinction?
No reason. Just found it funny. It's cataloging, like finding different planes, putting them onto a shelf, organizing them. I have a weird sense of humor, and I haven't had cookies yet.
Oh, cookies. Gosh, sorry. Hope will dig through her bag, pull out some pastries she got back in the town,
You know-
passes them throughout the group.
You know, it has been many days since we left that town.
They're still fine.
Listen, Artemis, beggars can't be choosers.
This was in the bag of holding, correct?
Yeah.
This surprisingly fresh. Okay.
Totally cast preserve life on him, so it's good.
I mean, technically, does the yeast die? There's there yeast in cookies or no yeast in cookies? Never mind.
No.
But also, yes, when you bake bread, you cook them up real nice. Eat their little yeasty corpses. Metal.
All right, well, are we going to find a place to camp for the night so we're at full strength before we go into this forest, or...
I'm sorry. I have more questions. I'm just struggling to get all of them
we
sorted.
can ask those questions as a matter of sitting around the campfire and, doing that thing. Just saying.
Mechanically, we can assume this conversation also includes a long
As I
rest.
say, I just stood watching. I thought that's
Yeah.
what we were doing. Is like talking at a campfire.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
is the first
Okay.
watch.
I see. I
Yeah.
thought it was days of travel.
I mean,
Okay.
it is, but it's also.
I
it's-
guess you'd have to
yeah.
stop and rest. Yeah, got it. All right. Well, if that's the case,
So you have
I'm gonna do this for the first day.
You have your people.
See?
Are they also chasing up threads of the game like you, independent agents?
See?
Or are you some sort of... Can't tell us who they are. We just are supposed to trust that they contact us if something is to happen to you.
I have a feeling you will know them when you see them, but yes.
Do you know who Teg is?
Do I know who Teg is? No. Have you not mentioned her? This is out of character. Have you not mentioned Teg? When
I
you were
don't
talking
think
about
we've
Aldenon's
mentioned
Teg?
Not
I don't think so.
not to him, I don't think.
I have no idea who this person is. They sound like a very nice person. It's a wonderful name. Don't read into that at all. That was just me feeling
Yeah.
there.
Remember,
Yeah.
remember Cascade, some of, like Renault, well, we didn't know who Mist was, but they came from a different place in different circumstance, where Delg and I are from. No reason.
I understand, but the reason I ask is if the fabric of reality really is bleeding, and there really are people being pulled from planes that we've never heard of, is it so absurd to think that someone who's actively subverting Morningstar's plot, as Artemis confesses that he is also doing, helped us in Aldenok Egg and is potentially related? We have many threads. I'm simply trying to tie them
That's
off.
fair. That's fair.
I'm afraid that if we don't start seeing a larger picture soon, we'll unwittingly move towards an end. Though I have to be honest, I don't know if there is much choice in this matter at this point.
Cascade, allow me to alleviate some fears. Upon my calculations, if this were a standard game of chess, with 2 players, and moving 5 sets apiece, there are 69,352,859,712,417 different outcomes of that game. Ultimately, with more players, there's exponentially more outcomes. I believe it will be impossible to find all of the threads.
Yes, Bree, I find that entirely reassuring.
You are welcome.
Never tell us the odds again, Bree. Thank you.
Delg's eyes would light up in excitement about hearing this information.
That was really impressive. I was never good at math, so thank you for showcasing that skill.
Bree, actually, I have a question for you. You're not like anything I've ever seen. And you're... Varys, Delg,
Yes.
Bree's not like anything you've ever seen, correct?
Well, I mean, in general, yes, we've seen constructed things before, live constructs, but not specifically this type. So, yes and no.
Perhaps Bree was also brought by the bleed.
Well,
But nothing is...
that's entirely possible, yes.
but nothing is coincidental.
Bree, what do you know about Eldath?
Her eyes will kind of do that thing where it's computing, thinking.
Confirmed. I know that she is a deity of sorts, of which the Delg and Hope are associated with.
You wear her emblem.
Yes, you don't have any more personal knowledge than that.
Oh. My memories do not recall.
All right.
You don't know where you got the emblem.
There is no.
You know what was there before.
Before?
It looks like it might... Something was removed, rubbed out, scraped off.
That is unknown. I've had this emblem for as long as I can remember.
What date? How far back can you remember?
Yes, excellent question. Logical follow-up to that statement.
Out of character, I really don't know if I can do exact dates.
How about how much time has elapsed since your memory has started counting up?
You can be rough about it too.
Well, what calendar would he be using? She be using? You know what I mean? Like, Cascade's from one place, I'm from another, Bree's from another. There's probably 3 different calendars at play there. Would we have any idea how long it was?
Are we talking Gregorian? Are we talking...
Exactly. How many long rest cycles can you remember?
Actually, hang on. Where are you? There you are.
I am also conferring with some of my notes. Okay.
So while let's do something real fast, because I kind of want to speed up some things. So while Bree is figuring out the answer to your question, Varys, much of the same with your watch on your way to the river. And then I just want a yes or no question. Do y'all have a plan to get across the river?
Levitate and fly, yes, I'm sure
Water
we
walking.
have
Wonderful.
Dimension
get it
door.
over.
All the
Yeah.
way
Water
across
walk.
the river. We're not going to
Reckon
go
ritual
through that.
cast water walk. So
Sure.
There you go.
So you guys are across the river, and then can I get the other 2 rolls?
probably from someone else.
Yeah, I rolled a 7
I got you.
with
Yeah.
with advantage. Oh,
Well, that was
okay.
that was the first 2, mine
Yeah.
and yours.
Oh.
So-
I'll
okay.
roll one.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take the one after you.
Cool. A 10 with Bree's help. Or, sorry, a 9.
There's mine for the back half.
9.
Okay.
9.
Yeah, Cascade, you are singularly probably focused on Artemis and trying to suss out everything and put things together and, you know, going through how each of the specific cogs and gears and whistles and bells of this whole story kind of match together in the overall machine. So you don't really notice anything during your watch. Hope, as you get closer to the forest and breach through the outer kind of area, it is a very peaceful forest. There's there's just enough light that comes through the trees to give the morning and the evening this kind of magical quality to it. You see a bunch of different animal life. There's like a rich forest bed of plants and even a couple flowers and some mushrooms and things. One thing does strike you odd though. There are a lot of little bushes, plants, flowers, some of the little mushroom clusters that seem to have been disturbed recently. And where it is disturbed, it seems like the plants have completely died. Or are in the process of completely dying. Anyway, Bree, do you have an answer yet?
According to my logs, I have been in this world approximately 5 ueno.
5 what?
I want to know if I've ever heard of it before.
Can you spell it for them too?
UINAL.
Yes, do I know what this word means?
Everyone can make a history check if you'd like to.
Okay, I'm so good at the history. 10.
Hey, Cascade. Hell yeah.
24.
No one's ever heard of it.
Not even
What?
with a 24?
Not even with
That's
a 24.
Hold on.
Bullshit.
Thank you.
All right, just saying. All right.
Okay,
All right.
this
Well,
this is simple enough. Bree, we don't know what that word means. How many days?
How many sunrises?
like
is
I
that?
said, how many long rest cycles? I asked this very clearly. How many long rest cycles have you?
They don't
been
take long
through?
rests.
Exactly.
Sure, she
That is
does.
a difficult question to answer because I do not technically rest as you do.
I've seen you. Well, you rest more like I do than you think.
That's why I asked sunrises. How many sunrises?
That's fine. Sunrises is the same thing.
Individually, I suppose it can be translated to about 100 Q. Although for you, that is
100
100
cubed?
days.
Oh, 100
Keen.
days. Keen. Oh, I see.
Roughly 100 days.
According to my logs, correct.
Meaning that you were brought here only 3-ish months ago. For
You've been
timeline
in
notes.
this. You've been in this land for 100 days. Faeryn.
I suppose that is also inconclusive. But save on confusion, yes.
What have you been doing for 100 days? Did you walk 500 miles just to walk 500 more?
Be the debris that walked 5,000 miles to fall down at your stone-shaped door.
Oh,
Did
boy.
arrive at your door, did I not?
Ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da.
I have been preparing. I have been trying to find you both according to the mission that I was given.
While we're at the outskirts of the forest and going in, probably in the morning before we decide to actually go in,
Okay.
I'm gonna go off to the side and find a tree that looks very abundant, and I will
Oh,
tree
here it is.
stride
Yeah. Let's do it.
to attempt to get a layout of the forest, knowing that there is supposed to be a shrine or temple of some sort and of Eldith that was desecrated, feeling like there might be a empty spot, kind of like I found the road.
So, both because of this ability and because of the kind of pull that you feel a little bit toward this area, you are able to find where this particular area is within the forest. Remind me what the distance is for tree striding.
A lot.
Right.
I thought we said like a half a mile is our like the point of no return, like and go that way and come back.
Okay, cool. Because as a reminder, this map is the forest is like hundreds of miles wide on this map.
Right.
So it will take you time to do it this way.
Yeah. So I guess with that is like once we hit the forest, like before I rested, I can cast it 3 times.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously that's only a mile and a half.
So from this area that you're at right now, like getting across the river and like right to the forest. Where is the thingy? Show to others. Yes. You feel pulled in this direction.
Of course, away from the mountain. Well, the forest is pretty dense, correct?
Dense-ish. Yeah, I mean, there's still. It's not like jungle where the canopy is completely blocking the sunlight.
Well, usually I'm in the cart with Cascade in the lead. So if no one is even going to say anything, I would be heading in that direction.
Okay.
Like if I don't know if anybody could notice.
Well, each one of the days that we have stopped, I don't know if it's 2, 3, 1, whatever, but Varys is going to have a particular kind of ritual each morning. So he would usually take the last watch so that he would be awake when the sun was coming up. He would be kind of kneeling on his mat and facing the sunrise and kind of closing his eyes a little bit and staring and these things. So each day at dawn, kind of doing these things.
At least one of those days, Hope would want to try and catching your sunrise awakening.
Okay. Good morning.
Morning. Enjoying the view again?
I am. I do find myself more and more at peace during this time of the day.
Finding those peaceful moments is one of the best things anyone can do. That's what I've been taught. Find the peace in the serenity, and your day and your life will be okay.
It is a new feeling, finding peace. No, I'm not just talking about our time in Barovia.
So you lacked peace before.
The better part of my adult life has been focused on one particular thing that is not peaceful. I haven't known peace for a long time.
You never sought it out, even in your seeking what information, vengeance.
So think about the focus you have for your brother.
Mm-hmm.
That singular focus is the same as I have had, although the ultimate goal is vastly different.
Right.
The problem is what will the cost be?
Because of what you had to do? Because of what you asked for? Is that the cost you mean?
It absolutely is. You see, I was focused for so long finding this person and doing what they did to them. Doing what they did to my mother to them. If that makes any sense. But the problem is, life sort of gets in the way and changes things. I used to know exactly where I was going and what I was doing. Maybe not in the sense of I know exactly where this person is or how to find them, that kind of thing, but my goal was a singular goal.
Mm-hmm.
And Barovia was supposed to be... Well, I didn't know what it was supposed to be initially. It felt like I was being pulled there. I thought maybe it would be to get what I wanted, but it turned out to be something else. The problem is, I met you and... Well, I didn't meet Delg there, but I met you and saw the way you approach things.
And that changed your perspective?
It certainly made me think. And it was a realization that scares me.
Why does it scare you?
Because I'm starting to realize that ultimately there's going to be that cost.
Hmm.
I don't know what that will be. Look at Strahd. For all of his viciousness and vanity and douchebaggery, right?
Yeah.
He wanted that power.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, the cost was he was trapped there, right?
So you're worried that whatever the cost is of your exchange will be bad like that. Maybe not exactly like that, but will kind of derail you.
I'm worried that the cost is going to be more than I'm willing to bear. And I'm afraid it's going to cost more than just me. I'm afraid that I feel like I've been awakened from a nightmare that I've been making happen myself, that I have been seeking something that is not in line with who I am or how I was raised. My father would not want me to do this. Well, he would not have wanted me. I was so blinded by hate that I'm afraid it's too late now.
I don't.
Listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what I'm going to be asked to do, but I know I'm going to be asked to do something. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to resist it. And I need you to promise me that you will do everything you can to stop me if I can't.
Like, just tell you, hey, stop it. Snap out of it.
Fortunately, I don't think it will be that easy.
I see. Well, I can assure you that when we come to that bridge and need to cross it, that I'm gonna do whatever it is I can to help. I don't know what I can do. Even though this is a burden that you carry on your shoulders, you have me, and I would like to think everyone else here. Oh boy, who's that? Here to back
That's
you
a
up.
different story right there.
Oh, I don't want to know that story. No, thank you.
I truly hope that I truly hope it will be a simple matter of backup. Don't think it will be. I don't want any of you to get hurt because of me.
You've been hurt by worse. So we'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I hope you're right.
I hope so too.
You know, Hope, I don't think Varys has noticed yet, but there seems to be a little bit of a line on his face that kind of is right beside his eye, like coming out of his tear duct. It looks dark and black.
She'll just kind of grab his face and point it towards her.
It looks like the stuff that came out of his ears.
Are you feeling all right?
Feel fine. Same as always.
You got a little something on your face, and she'll take a part of her robe and just kind of try and get it off of his face.
I'd say it's a little bit harder than you expected it to be. It kind of smears a little bit like a semi-thick tar, so you kind of have to rub it a little bit. And you notice that as you rub it off, there's more that seems to be coming out of his eye.
Like an eye booger or something from sleeping.
No, it's not good.
What?
You know the stuff that came out of your ears when you did that thing to Rahadin?
Yeah.
It's your eye now.
Take off my glove and kind of wipe my eye and look at it and see the... I guess we aren't as far away from Barovia as we thought.
Are you still having, like, do you still feel like you did when we were in the Amber Temple? Has
No,
gone
no,
away?
but it's different. Like, what do you think about this forest we're about to go into?
I'm conflicted. I'm eager to see the damage that's been done. Wait,
You see, I'm not conflicted at all.
why?
I am being drawn in there.
Hope will just kind of
Yeah.
dab a finger on Varys's face and look at the black goo.
It's actually, as you dab it from his face, it seems like the black goo has stopped, and there's just red blood that's pouring out instead. And it's like trickling now. It's like clotting. But the black stuff that was coming out stopped coming out, and now it's blood. And it's clotting.
The people that corrupted the holy site of Eldath in this forest, they are called the people of the Black Blood. A coincidence?
I don't know. I thought about that. I did. I don't know.
You need to stay as far back from this site as possible, okay?
Yes, well, you remember the stuff we talked about not just a minute ago?
Yes.
This is what I'm talking about.
Ugh. Why can't things just be easy? Why can't we just get to the top of the mountain and say, "Hi, Dracolich, give us all the answers. We have to be drawn to a forest for nefarious reasons or to restore a holy site." I really didn't think that going on this journey to find my brother would lead to all of this. It's exhausting. I'll admit. But seriously, you're gonna stay at the back of the group, okay? If I see you running towards this, I will pick you up, and you won't go anywhere, okay? I think I'm stronger than you.
In more ways than one, Hope. Of course, that is true.
I mean, these are kind of noodle arms, but I promise I can pick you up.
I know that. I know that.
No running. Only walking. Okay?
I will do my best.
It's really easy to not run.
This is true.
I'll keep you safe. I promise.
Thank you.
Safe to move along.
All right.
See.
Yes.
That was a lovely scene, y'all. Sorry, hang on 1 second. Oops, come on. There you go. Okay. So, assuming you were heading towards the shrine area.
Yes. Like I said, unless someone stops me, that's the direction I'm going.
Okay. Does anyone stop?
Varys knows where you're going.
All right.
So, Doug's leading us towards the shrine, right?
Unless you are stopping him.
Unless someone notices and says anything, I'm just gonna act like this is where we're supposed to be going.
Yeah, Cascade would say something because the Draco Lich is in the mountains, correct?
Right. And that was my question, is like, how dense is the forest? Like, can someone like just see that we're not heading towards the mountains or not? Because if we're inside the forest, would it be easy for them to be like, no, the mountains were this way?
I mean, I feel like if you were leading them like on an arc, it would take a survival check for someone to notice. Because you definitely like, there's enough space for the light to get through, but you
Right.
can't see the mountains from the inside the forest.
So like when I would have
So-
like went in like I was going towards the mountains, but knowing where I'm supposed to go, and I would slowly like arc my way that way, trying to make it there.
Moments when I wish I was Harrison.
So hold on. I want to clarify something, at least out of character,
Sure.
and therefore possibly in character based on a role that happened last session.
Mhm.
That is it a foregone conclusion or a definite that the lair of this Dracolich is in the mountains? Because it seemed like the information that I was given indicates that it may not necessarily be in the mountains.
That is where Artemis believes the Draco Lich is.
Right. The mountains are where Artemis believes it is.
Right, and he also mentioned that there is an abandoned fortress or an abandoned city or an abandoned something.
Right.
That is kind of a destination for adventurers.
Okay.
And then y'all felt about this shrine.
Okay.
So I'll ask again, are we stopping?
I can't think of a reason that Cascade would necessarily roll a survival. Like, if Doug is leading and
I'm leading very
striding and
confident.
all
I
the
know where
things.
I'm going.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. Well,
I am a nature cleric. Trust me.
yeah, we're good.
I feel like I've heard that several times.
But
Just
for some reason, as we keep walking, Bree just keeps going.
You turn next light. You turn next light.
Recalculating route.
Rerouting.
Recalculating.
It's so good.
Shut up,
Yes.
Oh, Bree is the best. God damn it. Oh no, there's a map. I don't want it. Why?
As you approach this area, Delg and Hope,
What's up?
you, as you're going through the forest, start to feel an overwhelming sense of calm and peace. Like the trees are breathing life back into you. And Hope, this is the first time you've had this feeling since arriving in Barovia. This is home. There is something about this pool in front of you that is very connected to your core. And Delg, the draw that you've felt toward this area has only intensified the closer and closer you've gotten, and it became difficult for you to maintain your calm about getting there. But there's still that little, like, undertone of there's something else that's drawing me in this direction, and I can't quite tell what it is. Same thing for you, Varys. Getting to this area, there's this intense feeling of yearning. Like, you know when you're so hungry and like you're low on nutrients that like you just want to eat anything, and like your hands start to shake a little bit? You know that feeling?
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
That's what you kind of start to feel as you get closer. And as you approach this clearing-ish area with these giant stones standing around in a somewhat circular pattern surrounding the lake, it's like vertigo on the edge of a mountain where you just want to throw yourself off and jump in. There are a number of stones on the southern side of this little pond lake, and on the other side of the lake, on the northern side, you see that there is an archway, and an archway. North, northeast, and northwest. And as you are looking at these arches, the sun breaks through the trees and casts this glow about the area around. And across the pond from you, you see striding through the forest with grace, purpose, and majesty, a giant elk. It walks up to the pond and seems to be coming directly in your path. And as it reaches the water, its form becomes mist for a quick second, and then standing there is a larger man with a very full beard, pudgy face, wearing very earthen clothing, some feathers dangling from strands of his hair that have been braided, and he begins walking across the water in your direction. And as he gets closer to you, you see that you can see the stones through him, as if it's a projection of someone. And as he walks closer towards you and gets within earshot, he calls out to you. Greetings, Delg. Hope. Welcome. She told me to expect you. And he dissipates into mist, leaving you there at the Wyvern Stones alone. And thank you for the raid, Marie, but the timing's horrible because we're just going on break.
Marie,
I'm
happy
so
belated
sorry.
birthday.
Happy belated birthday,
Happy
Marie!
birthday, belated.
Birthday.
So, welcome to the Wyvern Stones of Hullock.
Music, though.
We are going to stand up and stretch a little bit
And panic.
and panic.
Mostly panic.
It'll be a fast break, 5-10 minutes. When we come back, the party will figure out why they've been drawn to this shrine. I never do anything
Hopefully.
without a reason.
Mm.
See you in 5 minutes. Welcome back.
Hey.
They are now standing on the edge of a pool at the center of a shrine dedicated to Eldath in the Hulk Forest. Just north of Cormyr and just south of the Cormithor Forest in Faerun. As this apparition disappeared, and Delg and Hope cross up to this pool, you see that there is nothing in this but water. It is the earth forming this pool. There is no fish. There is no plant life. It is a crystal clear body of water that you can see down to the bottom of.
Does this check with other temples I have been to in my travels?
I'd say yeah.
Okay. As I get up to the water, I kneel down. And as I kneel down, I would slightly whisper. I wouldn't say a prayer, just a whisper out towards Aldith, saying, "I'm here, and what do you need?" And then I'll reach down and put my hand into the water.
It's warm.
I am slightly surprised because I thought this place was desecrated, and it doesn't look desecrated. So as I'm looking around, I'd be looking for signs of desecration as well.
Sure. Assuming not the water, but looking around, yeah?
Yeah, not the water.
Okay. Yeah, make an investigation check. What's everyone else doing at the Shrine of Eldath? Also known as the Wyvern Stones of Holic.
Correct. Hope is conflicted. She understands from her studies that this place is to be, or it was desecrated. It's no longer a active shrine to Eldath, but the feelings that she has about this place currently are telling her otherwise. So I think she's gonna try and stick as close to Delg in this as possible so that they can team up and figure out what the hell is going on.
You can also roll investigation with Delg then. What is Varys, Bree, and Cascade doing?
You're good at 19.
Okay.
Varys is gonna stick on Hope's hip. However,
She's
he's
like got
gonna
an
be
arm back, like,
paying attention to any feelings he might be receiving from somewhere else.
There's there's no, besides the feeling that you want to jump in this pool and keep swimming until you reach the center of the earth. No other feelings come your way.
Okay. It's better than I hoped, or not hoped, better than I thought would happen.
Now you say this, but just for clarification's sake, one probably shouldn't swim in this. That would probably be against the rules, maybe? Or no? I don't know. I mean, as a follower of Eldith, I think I should know this, but I need to know. I don't need to know if I need to yeet Varys out of this water if he jumps into it.
I mean, there are restorative properties to shrines like this. So, I mean, it would probably have different effects on different people, and the intent for swimming would probably have a little bit to do with the result.
Okay, but the I guess the base question is, if I saw Varys go into the water, should I let it happen, or is there something else that I should be doing instead? Like, should we consult somebody, or should there be a ritual done before he does it? Should anything of the sort, or is it just like anybody who comes up here just, yeah, go swimming, and we're good?
You know what?
I need to be healed.
We're gonna do a little Monster of the Week situation for this. Hey, Hope.
Hi.
You also come from a Shrine of Eldath that involves a pool and a waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
What is your process for people using that pool?
People would not be automatically allowed into the pool or the lake at her village. They would have to be granted permission. They would be guided into the pool by someone who is of Eldath's following, and there's usually some sort of ritual. Otherwise, if they were like a returning person coming back for like return healing kind of thing, something that needed to be maintained, they would just be able to be watched. So someone would like be on the bank watching them as they do stuff, but it would always be monitored.
Good to know. So that means you would stop him if he just went in. Got it.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now we can continue on with your feelings there, Varys.
Cascade.
I guess we did investigation.
Yeah, I haven't gotten there yet. I still need to know what Cascade and Bree are doing.
Yo, Bree, what you doing though?
I'm still kind of keeping an eye out in sort of a, making sure we're not being followed, making sure there's nobody there, kind of general looking. But if there's a way to be specific with like this surrounding area with my eye for detail, again, it's technically like this bonus action thing, but it's making a perception check to spot a hidden creature or object, or an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues.
Okay. So make a perception check for me, and then Cascade.
Cascade's hanging back with Artemis and just beheld some weird shit, so she's on high alert because everyone else seems to be looking around and she's confused as to what exactly is going on. She would be not interrupting Delg and Hope because they're up there. Something is happening here. She'd probably be turning to Bree to like recognize danger. Bree's the one that's there to protect, understanding their directive, and she would kind of be next to Artemis, looking at him. I don't know what this is, and I don't know what's happening. I'm confused, but don't go far. If something happens here and those retrievers show up, we'll need to get you out.
Okay. I am a little confused though.
Yes?
I thought we were going to the mountains. Why are we at this shrine?
I don't know. Delg?
I'd stand up and turn around and look.
Why are we here? This isn't where we were going.
There's the ruins of Tefgard are closer to the mountains. I thought we were going there.
There's something here that needs to be attended to. You know how you said you have your honor?
Sid?
And you know how I have Eldest. Eldest says I need to be here right now.
Okay, I see it.
There is a deep, ripping, stabbing pain in your stomach, Delg. And also Varys. I need you both to make Constitution saves for me, please.
Oh God!
Who?
Has it finally come due?
21.
Holy shit!
Varys, it's like that pastry that Hope gave you. Probably shouldn't have eaten it. Little indigestion.
Super sorry about that.
Doug, it's the same. It's the same for you, but you feel really nauseous, and like you're gonna throw up.
So I guess at that point in time, I would definitely I turn to look at Cascade and Artemis, and I'd walk away from the pool and kind of sit down.
Hope, What is happening? Why are we here? What's going on?
I don't know. I didn't think we were coming here.
What?
I thought we were going to the mountains.
Delg, why didn't you tell us you were bringing us here?
So I'd be sitting on the ground and I'd have like my arms across my stomach, and I'd take a deep breath. This is the way I was told to go.
Could I tell? Was there anything I did or proximity to something or any reason why this feeling would have, and I guess, would I be able to tell that Delg is in discomfort of any kind?
I feel like with your passive perception, I will give you that.
Okay.
That you notice, Delg. I mean, like, as you move towards something and away from something, the pain didn't get any worse or better.
Okay. So no circumstance I can discern that would have caused this.
Correct.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
I would say perhaps the rumors and speculation of where we need to be are not actually where we need to be. I think this is where we need to be.
Fine.
May I try something?
Absolutely. What are you gonna try?
Hope is going to get to, the shore of this pond. She's gonna start untying her boots and just stack them to the side. She will cast Water Walk on herself and just start walking out to the middle.
Okay. So, what's your alignment?
I forget. Hold on.
Okay.
I gotta look it up. Lawful neutral.
Don't feel anything. It feels like home. Feels similar to your experience with your shrine. But nothing particular beyond that.
Is there a shrine of Eldith here? Like a statue? Like this is an area to worship for Eldith. As I fight through the pain and whatnot, I would look around and see if there is like a statue of Eldith somewhere around.
I mean, there's some some of the stones that seem to be more of a pillar in nature could have at some point been a statue. But if it was, then it's been in disuse and worn down over a very long time.
So I guess I'd stand back up, and seeing Hope crossing the water, I would attempt to follow her.
Okay.
Water walking as well.
Okay. As you... Actually, hang on. I do have to check that real fast. As you get to the center of the water, which I'm assuming you're both going towards the center, yeah?
Yeah.
Can you move your tokens to where you go?
Absolutely.
So Delg, as you get to like actually, hang on. As you get to about there, you feel this euphoric sense of peace and harmony, and you feel it pulling down through you, as if you want to go down into the water. And also, as you then cross to Hope, you feel it pulling directly down. And you also feel there is an interesting new pull on your internal person. You're being pulled toward all three of the arches. Equally. As if something wants you to go towards them. Hope you do not feel any of this.
Out of the arches and down, which do I have a greater pull to?
They're all the same. And just to be clear, it is this arch, this arch, this arch, and center.
It's
Somebody get a screenshot.
Oh, working on it. Hang on.
Oh
What?
no.
Nailed it.
He froze.
who did?
You.
You did.
Oh, okay.
Also didn't hear what you said.
Okay, that
have
would
no
make sense.
idea.
I heard everything from you. Oh, there it goes again, I bet.
No, you're fine.
No, you're
Okay.
good. No, you're still good.
Can I see the bottom of the
Oh yeah,
water?
it's crystal clear.
And do I see anything down there?
Looks like the bottom of a lake that has no life of any kind in it. No plants, no animals, no anything.
Can I guess how deep it is?
It's about 30 feet, I think. Yep. Oh, I'm sorry, no. 4 feet deep. 30 feet wide, 4 feet deep. I know that it doesn't
Oh.
look 30 feet on there.
So I'm on my tippy toes if I don't have water walking. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll turn to Hope and look at her and be like, do you feel that?
Like it's peaceful. That's about
You-
it.
You don't feel pulled to the arches or right underneath us?
No, I felt compelled to come out here just because of I'm curious, but that's about it.
No, I feel like I don't know. I need to do something or go to the arches or underneath us. I don't understand. I can't. I mean, I don't see anything underneath us. I don't. But I need to. I'm gonna drop concentration on water walking and look around. I'd initially like use my feet a little bit to see if anything, and then I'd submerge myself to look for something underneath me.
Sure. So I'm gonna give you the answers to your investigation checks from before.
Yes, please.
When you got to here and looking at the stones, you see that there are a number of carvings along all of them, and they all look like Mistral. They all look like little winged dragon-like creatures. Varys,
Sir.
there have been an increasing number of wolf howls, and they're getting much closer.
Oh,
Everybody should, I don't know what you guys are doing out there, but I think we're about to have company. You hear that?
Mhm.
That's getting closer.
As if on cue, as you're looking at them, behind them, coming out of the trees, you see 3 wolves stalking. Their heads down a little bit, their teeth bared, and they look like they are watching you all.
Are they on all fours?
Yes.
Okay.
But given the overlapping fuckery of area of effect fight on the causeway to the tower, you recognize them. They look very similar. As a matter of fact, as you're looking at as you're looking at Varys, you notice that there is one also in the trees right next to Artemis.
Oh.
Oh, lovely. Oh, no. That one's got a number 2 on it.
You caught him taking a poo.
Oh my god, please. That's canon. He accidentally shit himself.
Oh.
I'm still bobbing for apples.
Sure. So did I ask you for a new no, I didn't. Give me a
no.
new investigation check, please. And then what's everyone else doing as there are now wolves that are stalking and staring at you all?
Cascade is shifting closer to Artemis, like in a defensive position. Just kind of like maintaining. I don't know if I'm sure she saw the 3 werewolves coming in, or the 3 wolves coming into the clearing. I don't know. Would she have seen the one in the tree?
Make a perception check to notice if Hope is telegraphing the fact that there is a werewolf right next to you. I mean, a wolf right next to you.
Another 10?
Yeah,
Damn.
let's go with yes. Also, Delg, it's a lake. It's a lake with no life. Can't tell anything else about it. There is something when you touch the ground, the bottom though, it like it's humming with energy. Your hand seems like it's vibrating. You would know this feeling every time you went through a door on the infinite staircase. Artemis is getting his glaive out of his pouch.
So it's hard to tell like what these rock formations are. Like this thing I'm standing next to here, is it tall, solid?
It's tall.
See through it.
Think of
It's
like
tall.
Stonehenge.
Okay, so that's one solid rock that's very tall. So I would not be able to see this wolf that's in the trees over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the only ones that are not solid rock are the 3 on the north, northwest, and northeast.
This one, this one, this one.
Correct.
Okay.
Hope is going to
Uh,
basically like get on all fours
Nope,
while
can't
still
see
on
that
the
guy
water
either.
and like reach down into the water to try and get Delg's attention. Like, hey, you need to come up here, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'd stand on my tippy toes.
Mhm.
And what's wrong?
Can I? And she'll just like reach towards like your arms. Can I?
I'd be hesitant, but I'd nod.
Okay. Hope is gonna pick Delg up out of the water and like shift him and like point him towards the wolves.
All right. So with Delg's, with Periscope
Sorry.
Delg's passive perception,
Yes, we see everything now.
Oh my god.
boop, boop.
Oh no.
feel free to check out the map.
Oh yeah.
You still walking on water, right?
Mhm.
I would kind of look back and be like, "Can we go to the arches?"
Yep. And Hope will like very cautiously walk towards the northern part of this pond.
Seeing them move, Cascade would shift to like Artemis and try to like hold him from taking any aggressive acts.
Artemis seems like a little like okay, but like they're all around us. Like we should start fighting. That's not in character. That's the look on his face.
Mhm. Right. She just nods in return, but continues to kind of hold a hand out.
Delg and Hope. as you start to walk towards the archways. Which one are you walking towards?
The northern one.
Yeah, I was walking straight towards this pillar here just so I can get set down, but the northern one will be the closest.
So, Delg, as you get to there, you see the you got pretty high passive perception, my dude. You see that there's kind of on the other side of the archway, on the left-hand column, you can see somebody's like clothing, like somebody is leaning against it on the other side.
I would look back and whisper to Hope. I think there's someone near that pillar, so let's continue. Let's get out of the water and just keep an eye.
Delg, you hear a voice in your head. There is.
I'll just kind of urge to get out of the water to Hope.
Doing it. I will set Delg down on the shoreline.
You can move your tokens.
Okay. I'm staying in the water though. Fuck this.
I guess I will attempt to reply, not knowing if it was sending or not, but I will just think back, who's there? And if there is no reply, I will...
There's a reply.
Oh, okay.
It is so roomy in here. Almost like there's nothing.
I would move in this direction. I don't know how much leeway I have, just to see if I can get a bead on the guy on the pillar.
Make a history check for me.
Okay. $22.
You take 5 feet along the shoreline. And it suddenly all comes back to you. You recognize the color of that cloak that you can see around the corner. You recognize the voice in your head. It was the commenting that there was nothing in your head that made it click for you. And as he comes around, visible to all of you, Delg, you are staring face to face, 20 feet away from Dorian. He is standing there with his cape back and a sword on his shoulder that looks extremely familiar to you. Very similar to Coin Spinner. For the record, everyone can see him now. I didn't put him on the map. My bad.
Are you sure? Because I got like 2 nat ones in a row. I'm pretty sure I'm just like...
You're good.
Installing updates. I like went to blue screen and like...
He would have waited. And in all honesty, it would still... It's a proximity.
Bree's eyes are going to flash as soon as I get like a lock on Dorian. They're going to flash to red, and she's gonna look kind of up and down and like, you know, doing a scan assessment kind of a thing, just kind of sizing him up. And then all of a sudden her eyes turn to like a white with like, you know, the lines kind of running through them back and forth. And fairly, I would think fairly loud, but decently announcing.
Processing. Access granted. Database unlocked. Important message to the Delg and Hope.
Oh.
The Mind Sword spun in the dawn's gray light, and men and demons knelt down before. The Mind Sword flashed in the midday bright. Gods joined the dance and the march to war. It spun in the twilight dim as well, and gods and men marched off to hell.
Hi,
that mean?
Delg.
Oh.
Dorian.
Oh shit.
What do we have the pleasure to see you here today?
Came to finish what I started.
And that is?
I would dash to here, by the way.
Are you dashing?
Yes.
I need everyone to roll initiative then.
Okay.
Damn it! I don't want to interrupt the conversation.
Oh, the second anyone did anything aggressive, he was gonna do something. So
Oh, all right.
Please
Sorry,
click-
Doug.
please click your tokens.
Sure did.
All right. I have
Oh.
a +7. Please.
Yeah. In keeping with tradition, I rolled a 4.
Hey.
Okay.
Or
That's decent.
actually, I rolled a 2.
Mine's 10, if that, I don't know if it changes anything, so. Because for
Everybody
some
shows
reason.
a 8.1.
Well, I turned that on.
He's got the tiebreaker on the
yeah.
dex thing.
That's fair. That's kind of cool. Split the kill.
Oh, yes. Everybody's in, yes?
Mine needs to be altered, but yes.
Yeah, I gotta do Artemis's too.
And a quick point of clarification. By this
Holy
point in
fuck.
time, we would have all gotten long rests by this point, correct?
Yeah, everybody's got a long rest.
Okay.
Did I not show up in there? I clicked my token, damn it. Yeah, I'm not in there. I got a 4.
16, 15, okay.
Hear me saying?
I did.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Mm-hmm. I need to add him, and I need to add you. You said you got a 4.
Yes, sir.
Who else am I editing?
Y'all got a 10.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Bree, you had an 18, right?
Correct.
All right. Let me get this window situated for chat. Hope you were on deck. Which one? This guy right here is going to...
Purple.
Yeah, purple.
I like how if I highlight it, it tells you which one it is,
Mhm.
or highlights it.
He is going to cross to right there and stay right where he is. Hope you're still on deck. I need everyone but Cascade to take off your headsets. Hello, what is happening?
He's here, Tan. It's Dorian.
Oh, it is Dorian.
Yes.
Well, then that changes things a little bit. Are you, do you have him under control? Do you have the upper hand on him? Are your forces an equal match or greater than his?
We're outnumbered.
Alrighty then. So I learned something very early on in my days as a youth traveling about the world. You should never do anything without consent. Would you agree?
What are you talking about, Ratan?
I would like to try something if you don't mind.
All right. What is it?
I would like to borrow your eyes for a second. No more than 6.
They are yours.
Thank you so much. Trust me, this will be weird for both of us. Hope, what are you doing?
Was that to put your headphone back
Yeah,
on
it was,
signal?
yeah.
All right.
Sure. Okay. I would like to move back to the center of the lake.
Okay.
And recast Water Walk, but also include all my friends.
Okay. That is a concentration from you, correct?
Nope.
Shit. Okay. Everybody just has water walk now. That's awesome.
Yep.
Can you can move your token?
Cool. While I'm like, while Hope is running to the middle of the lake pond thing, she'll just kind of flick her hand as if to cast the spell and just say, might want to get on the water. That's my turn.
Alrighty. This guy, where is he? He is going to go right here and stop. 3, you are up. Artemis will be on deck, followed by Cascade.
Two questions.
Mm-hmm.
First question would be, in like kind of turning my attention to Dorian now, am I aware of the wolves in general? Like, are there any that I would not notice over others? Let me put it that way. What don't I notice?
I'd say you have a pretty solid understanding of the battlefield.
Okay.
You see everything.
Okay. And is it at this point obvious that the wolves are aggressive?
Yes, but they seem to, I mean, they're aggressive and like, their pose and their stance is aggressive. But like several of them have moved and they're not attacking anyone.
Okay. Then I think right now I am going to 30. Yeah, that one right there. I'm going to bring myself up by 30 feet of movement and I would have had, like, I probably wouldn't have put away my shield this entire time. I would have kept it, like, out, and I will just kind of face these two and maybe this last one that I can see then.
Okay.
And kind of take a stance there. And I think I will use my bonus action to throw out my echo.
Okay.
Within 15 feet. And so, yeah, I'll put the echo up towards the north. And yeah, so as I like run up to that spot, I'll kind of slide in for like a defensive stance, but then like there's this projection of me that still kind of runs a few more feet and does the same kind of stance, and that'll do it for me.
Alrighty then. That brings us to this guy right here. He is going to this right here and is going to stay. Artemis will turn to Cascade and go, what is it that you want to do with everything? Do we attack?
Dorian's here. He'll take you if he sees you.
Okay. What happened? You kind of went away for a second there.
Just a quick conversation with a friend.
Okay. So, okay. Good enough. So Artemis will take a couple steps away from you so that he's still within reach of you. But will take a defensive stance and ready an action to attack the wolf that's nearest to you if it approaches you. It is now your turn. Important to note that conversation happened in a weird way. It seems to have happened and then no time had passed when you came back to.
Like, okay.
It didn't feel magical, just like it happened very quickly.
Yep. She will do the thing. She will wait expectingly.
Okay. You don't want to do anything else?
Time out. Let me GM you. Or DM you? DM you. I don't know. General message. Yeah, she would just hold.
Okay. Are you holding any action?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, this guy, where the hell is he? I'm gonna zoom this map out super far. Oh, he's there. He comes over to there. He crosses to there. He crosses to there. He crosses to there. He crosses to there. I think that was everyone. Delg, you're up.
I'd move 5 feet towards Dorian and ask him what he's here to finish as I walk 5 feet.
Delg, who's your closest friend here?
I'll turn and look over my shoulder and look at Varys. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
I will move here. That doesn't look right. That looks better. And channel divinity, plants and animals.
Okay.
It's a. I can link it.
Please do.
Wisdom save. On. Oh, cool. Yeah, it's a DC 16 wisdom save on plants and animals within 30 feet, which would be the 4 wolves.
So, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I told Hope. You recognize these wolves. They seem similar to the wolves that bit you, and thus are not technically animals. You would know that before you cast the spell.
Okay. Well then, crap. Go back here. Okay, then we'll do the next bit. We will. I don't think I need it that high. I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay.
See it? Right there it is. On Dorian. Which is another Wisdom DC 16.
Oh shit.
17.
Respectfully request you to re-roll that.
Ah, the wish. Or the luck sword, I mean. $18.
You have to use that one, by the way.
I know. Sorry, bro.
It's whatever.
Anything else?
That's my turn.
Okay.
Nope.
It is. Got it. Dorian takes 2 steps toward you, crossing the distance, staring directly into your eyes, Delg. And as he gets closer, you notice a couple things that you didn't quite notice the first time. The little horns that he had in his hair, little tiefling horns that were reminiscent of Rognus a little bit, one of them is longer and slightly curled. Now, you also see that there's a scar right here that looks fresh and new. And there seems to be something coming out of it that's like attached to his skin on the outside. Like right around this area. As his shirt is like open a little bit. And as he looks at you, he points at Varys. Hey, Varys.
Yes, sir.
How many hit points you got?
73.
Delg, as you follow his finger and look at Varys, you see Varys drop to the ground dead. This werewolf moves up. This werewolf moves up. Varys, I need a death save from you. Actually, no, hang on. I don't think I do.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Where
Where is it? Yeah, sorry, no death saving throw. That's my bad. Shouldn't have said that. That one moves there. That one moves there. That one stays where it is. You all hear this cry come out from Varys as he drops to the ground. And Cascade, your vision goes like blank for a second. And your eyes, it's almost as if there's like two different pictures that you can see happening at the same time. It's as if you're looking this way and you're also seeing what's happening this way. And as you kind of look around, it's moving at a different pace than you, and then you feel it lock on Dorian. And from inside, in the same place that you connect to channel your energy, you feel this buildup and this burn within you, and it releases from you. And as you do, there is this feeling of being torn apart physically, like your entire body is being ripped apart. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Six. You take...
Wait. Oh, we're good.
You take 10 points of psychic damage.
That's not so bad.
And Delg, as this cocksure Dorian is staring you down in the face, and just the grin gets even wider as he watches you realize what has just happened. It looks like from right in front of you, he gets sucked backwards by a vacuum, and there's this look of intense fear and confusion on his face. And not only is he being sucked backward, but he's shrinking down at the same time, and suddenly he's just gone. Cascade, in your head, you hear, well, that wasn't so hard, was it?
That hurt, Tan.
Never said it was not going to hurt. I just asked if I could use your eyes. Now for the bad news. It's only room for one thing in there, I'm afraid, and I'm rather unsure whether I've just caused more trouble or less.
Wait, what?
One thing out,
Where did you...
one thing in. It's listen, we might have to deal with that at some point. Just be ready. Hope everything's okay. And then the voice just stops. And that's where we're gonna end tonight.
What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Look, you look confused and bewildered, but we don't even know what the fuck just went on.
I have an inkling.
Hold on. He got sucked away. Do I get an attack of opportunity? Okay.
No, because it is a magical movement.
Damn.
Honey, I Shrunk the Dorian. You just start like stomping the grass all around you.
You know what? Funny enough, shrinking him was one of the options.
Cool.
So Varys is down. You are surrounded by a pack of werewolves.
Mhm.
Bree said some cryptic shit. Combat will commence when you return. Shorter session tonight, y'all. Hopefully it was fun, and hopefully there's even more questions.
Absolutely.
I shouldn't have told you about my list.
I now have point of order number 1 for next week. Revive Varys.
Yeah.
It's cool. I got it. Don't.
I
I got the scroll, so we don't need to use any.
So,
I mean, I have scrolls.
that's gonna do it for us tonight. Thank you guys for hanging out. Sorry for the shorter session. But I feel like it was jam-packed with information and action, and there's more stuff coming and something to look forward to for next week. So We will be back next Sunday. Let's take one more opportunity to go around the horn and let people know who we are, who we played, and what we got coming up soon, starting with Chum.
All right. I am Chum. I go by Chum Nation around these parts, and I've been playing Varys, the High Elf Warlock, the dead High Elf Warlock, we'll just say. So, hey, who knows? Maybe I'll be someone else next week. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, come back. But yes, I will also apologize for the shorter session tonight, but I have to get up early for work tomorrow. Next week, however, though, I do not work on Monday, so maybe we can go a little longer next week. But that'll be up to everybody else. Wait, let's see. No tides this week, right? It's next week?
It's this week.
It's this week. Oh,
If
then
that's
Wednesday.
a conflict, we can discuss it.
Oh, we might need to, because I'm... Actually, no. No, I think we're good. We're good.
Okay.
I'll be Wednesday, right? I'll be there. Yeah, it's not a conflict. I'll just be in a different hotel, but it's fine. So yeah, Wednesday for Beyond the Tides. Please come back. It's Ash's baby, so I'll let her talk about it for the most part. But I get to do dope monk shit, so please come and watch us do that. And then back here next Sunday for Morningstar. Joe.
Hey, I'm Joe. I go by the Nation of Joe here on Twitch and the Nation of Joe _ on Twitter. I was here playing Bree, the Warforged rogue fighter. Throughout the week, I've gotten back into the whole streaming thing, so you can catch me throughout the week doing some cooking things, sometimes with my wife, which is pretty fun. And then Friday is an on week for us as well, my wife and I and a few other friends, including Ash there, on Dat Magic Juice's channel, where we are in a campaign for Princes of the Apocalypse and some homebrew stuff. So we're going to be continuing our adventure this Friday. Otherwise, that's it for me until next Sunday for more Morningstar and Company Incorporated. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for the raids and the love and everything else. You guys are awesome. Catchy.
Hey, I'm Akechi. I play Delg, the stone shaping, tree jumping, god praying, used to be feeble-minded, soon to be married, nature cleric. Oh, I'm out of practice. No, you can find me here on Sundays. Yeah, that's about it. Sarah?
Hi, I'm Osarix Franco. I played Cascade Traylon, the Water Genasi Order of the Scribes wizard. If you like my face and the words I say sometimes, you can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Osarix Franco. As for what I have coming up, this is a stream week for me, so you can find me Tuesday over on TPK Roleplay in the Harpers, Wednesday here for Beyond the Tides at Nat 20, Saturday morning back at TPK for Murder and Coffee, GMing show that I run with the wonderful Tyrant. We're talking about the Dungeon Master's Guide. You know, we're going to deep dive into the rules, talk about, you know, how do you apply passive perception kind of as written, as applied, and things like that. So come be a part of the conversation. I'm really excited for it. Then back here on Sunday for Morningstar, some other special event things coming up in the next little bit. I GM a campaign, The Bard's Refrain, over at TPK Roleplay. That is on the 24th. So come check that out. I'm really, really excited for this next session as it, you know, rubber hits road and continues to do so. I'm also running a special one-shot, The Swift and Vicious, a modified Honey Heist rules game based around the Fast and Furious franchise, and that's the morning of the 25th. So come check it out. It's going to be insane and weird, but don't worry, we will only live our lives a quarter mile at a time. Passing it over to Ash.
Nice.
That's me. I'm Ash, the Go Bastion Rabbit, here on Twitch and over on Twitter. Today I played Hope, the Furbolg Life Cleric, just beside herself at this point. Come back next Sunday, obviously, for more Morningstar and Company Incorporated, because what the fuck is happening? I need to know. I'm sure you all do too. Come check us out on Wednesday for Beyond the Tides. It's a campaign that I DM. that is set in the world of Exandria on the continent of Wildmount. So if anyone is a fan of Critical Role or just D&D in general, there's a lot of fun things happening there. Pirates, scheming, intrigue, who knows?
Drunk turtles.
Like turtles, yes, turtles. Like Joe said, it is the on week for the Crits and Giggles campaign over on Dat Magic Juice's channel. That's ramping up quite a bit as well. It's a lot of fun and really cool. So come check that out. And then I will also be in that super fun Swift and Vicious one shot on the morning of the 25th. I'm jazzed. I'm excited. It's oh boy, family. Cars. It'll be cool. Anyway, that's it for me. Hey, Saint, it's back up to you.
Hi, I'm DMF Saint. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at DMF Saint, as well as running things over here at Nat 20. I am also in Beyond the Tides as the drunk Turley the Turtle. That's not easy to say. I am also in the Bars
Easy for you to
Refrain
say.
as Elliot Hawking, the Battlemaster fighter, over on TPK Roleplay. And here we have a couple fun things coming up. We are in the process of going through the casting for season 2 of Roundhouse. Players be prepared for DMs very soon. And yeah, we also have some fun things coming up on Nat 20 that no one in this group knows about.
Oh boy.
So that's happening. And I also
Rude.
stream on my channel with community happy hours on Friday, and then a whole bunch of Rocket League because I'm obsessed. And thanks to Ketchy and Sarah for backpacking me, and Joe for one of the most fun nights I've had in a long time. That's gonna do it for us. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will see you guys again next week, hopefully, or on Wednesday for Beyond the Tides. And I love all your faces. And bye bye.